Welcome to NextPoint TV. This is a tutorial about the Contact Point tool, which allows you to manage your online customer accounts. First of all, to start the tool, simply click on the contacts icon, in which you will then be presented with a screen that has a number of options that will be relevant to what you need to achieve. First of all, the contacts book allows you to insert details onto the database about your contacts. The contact groups allows you to associate your contacts to a number of groups in order to segment your audience. And finally, the answers book allows you to identify answers to questions that you may have. First of all, we'll start by looking at the contacts book. As we see here, we have a Mr. Joe Blogs as our example. What we're going to do is we're going to edit this record and associate him to both as a customer and an online member of our database. We can edit the existing details that we have of Mr. Joe Blogs. So we're going to add here a blogs company name, so that's Blogs Limited, and his street address is street, and we'll add Birmingham as his city, and we'll leave some of the other details as blank. You may notice here that we have a notes option which has a WYSIWYG editor. This allows us to add a number of notes, so we'll just say very good customer. We also have a number of features to make certain words bold, so that anybody who's reading this may be able to identify various words very quickly. We can also add in links, so for example, link here, and we can say add this to Google. So simply by clicking on the link icon, we say that google.com and insert this. We also have an option here which is for allowing the username. So we shall say blogs one, and his username is password. We shall update this, and as we can see, there's details have been updated with the street, Blogs Limited, and Birmingham City. What we're also going to do is add a number of files for our sample application. So if we upload some files here, so you say test 1, test 2, and test 3. These files are now being uploaded, and once uploaded, you will get a confirmation at the top saying that they have been uploaded successfully, and they will appear in the associated files box near the bottom. So upon looking at this, we can actually see what images these pictures are. Associated files can also be Word documents or Excel spreadsheets. So, but for this particular example, we're using a number of pictures. The second part of the example that we're using is using the Contact Point tool, which is connected to manage an online photography photo store. So what we're going to do is enter, if you remember, the username and password of Mr. Blogs, which is blogs1 and password. And just for this example, we've set the password so that you can actually see what we're typing in. So blogs1 and password. So as we sign in, we can now see that the online application for this photography store allows you to browse the images and select the images that are controlled directly from the contact point tool. So for this example, we shall use the first one. As we click on next, this application automatically shows you a preview of how the full colour photography would appear in a photo frame. We can also use a number of items, so we can change the background photography or change the image to between colour and black and white. And then after this, we're able to allow the user to purchase the item simply by selecting Pay Now. So as an example of the contact point tool, it's not just a tool that allows you to manage your database list of contacts, but can also be connected to other tools, such as the previously shown photography tool, in addition to being used as part of marketing. So if we go back to here, we have a number of actions available, which we can email people. We can send newsletters, send SMS text messages, and also export our contact database to a spreadsheet. However, we're going to keep this tutorial quite simple by just showing you just the bare fundamentals. We can also show customers by groups and also search by individual items. You may remember before that I mentioned that you have a contact groups tool. We have a number of tools here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you an example of how we can add an additional group. So we can say another group. So we'll call this the test group. And this is for the video example. So now we see that we have 3 groups here, and the last one, this is the one that we just added, which is the test group, which is for this video example. What we're going to do now is we're going to go back to the contact book and edit Mr. Blogs again. As we can see here, we have an option for the test group in which we can now associate Mr. Blogs to the test group. This feature is highly valuable in order to enable you to segment your customers and clients into particular groups. So maybe for example, you would like to add various clients to a group for high spending clients or low spending clients, or clients who deal in a particular industry, for example, marketing clients or IT clients. The groups feature allows you to do all of this and add as many groups as you want at times which are at your convenience. Finally, we have the answers book, which is a tool to allow you to identify answers to questions. So we have a number of questions here in this example, for example, which allows you to identify information about where do my contacts live, how many exams have my contacts taken, and all the way through to the last one, which is how did my contacts find out about my organisation. For this example, we're just going to look at the city contacts tool. So we click on this and we see here that we have 3 contacts based in Liverpool and 1 contact in Birmingham. Obviously, with a wider data range, we would have a number of various cities and a lot more people who would be registered with us. So therefore, it would be more harder to identify the proportions just based on the actual statistics. So we have an option which is that we have a pie chart tool, which allows you to visually see the information that has been returned from the database. So as we can see here very quickly, that 1/4 of the people are from Birmingham and 3/4 of the people in our database are from Liverpool. We also have a bar chart tool, which allows you to visually see the items represented as a bar chart. So now we can actually see that roughly there are 3 times as much people who are based in Liverpool than there are in Birmingham. This is NextPoint TV. Thank you very much for watching.